Last year, more than 504,000 requests were made for access to phone records, email accounts or online activity. Now this breaks down to 1,381 requests every day, or look at it another way, one every minute. It means that 1 in every 78 adults came under state surveillance in 2008. It means that 1 in every 78 adults came under state surveillance in 2008. Well, the Regulation of Investigatory Powers Act gives police, security services and local councils the right to ask for people's personal information without their knowledge or consent. The number of such requests has soared by 44% between 2006 and 2008.
An unarmed passenger shot by an officer at a train station. During another arrest, an officer and a suspect break through a window. And at a baseball game, an unruly fan tased by police. All separate incidents, all caught on cell phone video by witnesses and posted online.
Technology's there, we might as well use it. People have been using it against us for years.
It's really painful.
18 staples and 6 stitches pieced her head back together after she was tasered by Tucumcari Police Chief Roger Hatcher.
Shorter officer was right here, and that's when
You tased you on your arm?
no, up under my rib cage right there. My pants fell down, and I was trying to pick myself up, and I grabbed my air conditioner. I remember that now. And they tell me that I'm doing stupid stuff in front of my kid. These are cops, and they come in my house. What if they would have accidentally tased my kid because of their stupidness, you know? And they try to justify what they did. That's the only reason why they're doing that shit with the CPS report, because they try to justify they did me dirty. That's all that is. And then, you know, that's all that is. They're just trying to make up for what they did.
People have been using it against us for years, unfortunately for only the bad stuff. So it'll be nice to show our view and our side of what's going on and why we do what we do out there.
Police car dashboard cameras have been around for decades. Now police in San Jose, California are taking that idea and extending it to the officers when they leave their vehicles. They're the first major department in the country to test head-mounted cameras.
Everything the officers see and hear goes on videotape. It can be reviewed later.
One thing we do notice is people do act differently when you're on camera. They're not as natural. They tend to be more nice to us because they know they're being recorded.
The cameras are made by Taser International, which also makes the video storage devices. Officers download the recordings after every shift.
This is completely tamper-proof because of all the security we have behind it, as far as the encryption, the hashing of the videos, and it is not touched by human hands.
The head-mounted cameras have already captured an officer-involved shooting in Arkansas. The video was used as evidence to clear the officer of any wrongdoing.
Put the gun down right now. Put the gun down.
Writes us and it shows everyone exactly that we did the right thing, then this pays for itself tenfold.
In the future, the cameras may go live, meaning a supervisor back at police headquarters could watch the officer's actions in the field as they happen.
The Home Secretary aims to train 60,000 workers in those locations how to deal with an attack.
We of course need the secret work that goes on with both the police and the intelligence agencies, but they need to be able to work alongside the public, people that have been trained in shops and crowded areas across the country, security guards and others, local authorities, businesses, the voluntary sector, all of us, to work to keep this country safe.
The government strategy, known as Contest 2, is expected to make clear the strength of the terrorism threat. It will claim Al-Qaeda terrorist cells based in the UK are now the most numerous and capable in Europe. Cells that apparently have close links with the organisation's leadership in Pakistan and Afghanistan. The report is expected to suggest the structure of Al-Qaeda is likely to change in coming years, with an increase in self-starter cells that operate independently. It will also emphasise the very real threat of a chemical, biological or nuclear attack in the UK. So as terror evolves, the UK's greatest threat remains unchanged, that of groups linked to or influenced by Al-Qaeda. Some question whether the government's new measures are enough to deal with such a threat.
I remember all things that Mr. Blair, when he was Prime Minister, promised. Immediately after 7/7, we would deport troublemakers, we would shut mosques that were preaching extremism, a whole range of things that have never really happened.
By 2011, Britain will be spending £3.5 billion a year on counter-terrorism. For now, the possibility of another attack is deemed highly likely, but not imminent. Julian Drucker, Sky News.
As people found out the whole man-made global warming thing's bull. These people are not invincible if we'll simply take action against them. All right, I'm going to stop ranting. Here is Fox News. You can watch the whole clip up on Infowars.com. But I don't have time to play the whole thing. Here's just a few minutes of them telling you how great taser bracelets are that you're going to be fitted with. And 214 airports already scan your naked body. 360, your daughter, your son. Naked digital biometric images are now in government databases. They already got your blood. So don't tell me, if they give you a taser bracelet, you'll put it on and get on your knees and start licking boots. Because you've had your soul sucked out. You've had your fighting instinct sucked out. You need to get it back. You need to ask God to give it back to you. I'm a red-blooded American. You should get upset about this. Homeland Security is looking at putting taser bracelets on you. Here it is.
Imagine showing up for your next flight at the airport and being handed a device, a little bracelet, that would serve as your boarding pass. It would track your lost luggage. And it would also shock you with the same power as a taser if you get out of line. Well, a top official with the Department of Homeland Security has expressed interest in these so-called safety bracelets. So is this really the future of air travel? And will passengers accept it?
Okay. And then they go on to talk about, yes, people will accept it, and it's good. And they know you've been trained like a dog, that if you see authority figures up on TV with fancy teleprompters and fancy bimbos licking their lips and expert types with glasses on, that you will submit. And they say, yes, you're scum, you will submit to it. You love it. You love being worse than Nazi Germany. You love delivering your children into hell. Now, here is the actual company that's got Homeland Security trying to sell the public on shocker bracelets now. Here it is.
Is there a solution to deterring hijackers once they are on the aircraft? Yes, there is a very viable, workable answer. It starts here, when passengers are issued their tickets. At that time, they can also be fitted with a special electronic ID bracelet that they will wear until they disembark the flight at their destination. These electronic coded bracelets will make traveling much more convenient for the public. It will replace the need to carry a ticket by containing all pertinent passenger information. In addition, the bracelet could permit tracking of the passenger through the terminal, including carry-on luggage. Checked luggage can be coded to match the bracelet to ensure no tampering or diversions. By further equipping each bracelet with EMD technology, the bracelets will allow crew members using radio frequency transmitters to quickly and effectively subdue hijackers. The electromuscular disruption signal overrides the attacker's central nervous system and will render even the most elite and aggressive terrorist completely immobile for several minutes. This will allow the crew to subdue and handcuff that individual.
See, this is how they do it. They just keep phasing it in, more and more security. Oh, look, somebody else had a man in a sharp suit lead them past security and put them on the plane without an ID or passport. In every case of terror I've ever seen, it's completely staged. It's either provocateur or there aren't even terrorists involved, and you've got CIA black ops literally with imploder plungers running the op. It's in the 2004 Army manual given to captains and above how to stage terror attacks. Every Army captain listening to me, if you're involved in black ops, you know this is true. But that's how we win wars, Alex. We stage terror attacks. No, that's how you let foreign banks bring this country down.